Season 28 of The Voice, only one of the 4 amazing artists on each side could be sent to the live shows following the playoffs. So coaches Snoop Dogg and Niall Horan were both extremely fortunate and under a lot of stress. Following the performance of his 4 artists, Horan declared, "Since I've been on the show, this is the best team I've had, across the board, without a shadow of a doubt. Working with each of you has been a pleasure. I have to make a terrible choice," he continued. Having won both of his previous stints in the red chair, Horan, who is in his 3rd season as coach, is well versed in building a winning team. Horan pleaded with the audience to select one of his 3 remaining singers since he knew that after the show, fans would have the option to vote another artist from his team or Snoop's through to the finals. "I really hope America starts picking up that phone and starts voting for one of you guys, please," added Horan. Next week's live shows will reveal which artists complete the top 6, so stay tuned to see if Horan's desire came true. In the end, crooners prevailed. After Avon Ross, a fair-haired college student, presented a flawless rendition of Damien Rice's The Blower's Daughter, Horan offered him his live finale spot. He explained that he made this decision on a catalog of performances and what I know is coming down the road. "I intend to attend the lives. Oh my God," Ross later remarked, "I'm so grateful that Niall saw something in me." Ralph Edwards, a longtime favorite and a sincere young man, impacted Snoop as well when he sang A Song for You by Donny Hathaway. "I can feel my heart racing. I'm making my choice based on tenacity, showmanship, and musical spirit." Having said that, he declared his choice. Ralph, "It's a dream come true to be this far," Edwards, who had recently gotten engaged, thought. Snoop said, "Ralph's got an incredible voice, and I feel like he's strong enough to deal with anybody on the other 3 teams." Next week, as he competes against 5 other amazing artists to win The Voice, we'll see if that's the case. The tension within the Voice arena felt thick enough to cut with a microphone stand. The stage lights shimmered in restless sweeps of gold and midnight blue, and the scarlet chairs blazed like fire. Fans had been anticipating playoff results night 2 for the entire week, since Niall Horan and Snoop Dogg will be deciding the fate of 2 dominant teams on this occasion. Nerves flitted about the stage like loose sheet music, while the contestants, some pacing, some petrified, some whispering quiet prayers, waited for the decision that could alter their lives. Families sat in the audience with their hands linked together. The call came from the live shows. However, only a select handful would be able to respond. An already vibrant night, the second night of playoff results seemed like electricity, in contrast to previous episodes. Since the morning, social media had been ablaze with conspiracy theories about who had the producers' push, fan edits, prediction videos, rumors, and numerous impassioned postings that said, "I swear if Niall eliminates _____, I'm rioting." Then there was Snoop Team. While Niall's group was renowned for their flawless vocals and delicate harmonies, Team Snoop was known for being audacious, erratic, and full of performers who sang as if their life depended on it. Snoop's relaxed, collected, and intensely involved demeanor behind his chair added to the evening's sense of unpredictability. The crowd erupted in applause that reverberated off the rafters as Carson Daly took the stage. We reveal which artists from Team Niall and Team Snoop are advancing to the live show Vetus tonight, Carson declared. The participants were panned over by the camera. Some people grinned despite their tears. Some remained motionless, as if breathing might ruin the moment. Team Niall. High notes and Hertz strings. The night's primary emphasis was Team Niall, whose playoff run had been a blend of technical mastery, shock, and sensitivity. Wearing a soft emerald jacket, Niall stood next to his artists, his face warm but clearly tense. He was aware of the significance of this evening. He had already visited this place. Additionally, he had vowed throughout the week not to make choices just for TV. "Niall, who is the first artist moving on?" asked Carson. Niall let out a breath before uttering the word that caused half the room to gasp. The 17-year-old country pop sensation's eyes grew wide as she covered her mouth with both palms. In the playoffs, she performed a haunting bare-bones rendition of Kelsea Ballerini's Penthouse, and even Reba McEntire was astounded by her emotional control. As Amelia gave him a hug, Niall exclaimed, "You are the future of country music. You transform lyrics into real-life experiences." With the intensity of a stadium crowd, the audience cheered. A victory. There are two left. 2. The startling selection that caused Twitter to go crazy. Clarkson looked back at Niall. "Please, your second pick." There was an eerie silence in the studio. After closing his eyes for a while, Niall turned to face the artists who had given their all the previous evening. With a look of utter amazement on his face, Jackson, the alt-soul singer whose gravelly voice had fans comparing him to man, came forward. Many spectators had viewed him as a wild card, but his rendition of Human during the playoffs had opened things up within the arena. Niall gave him a shoulder clap. "Man, you have something that no one else has this season. I'm interested in seeing where you go with this since you're already an artist." Members of other teams were seen nodding respectfully on backstage cameras. Officially, Jackson was the sleeper pick for the season. Lily started crying so quickly and so hard that Niall embraced her before she could say anything. He was obviously affected by her rendition of Skinny Love, which was beautiful, heartbreaking, and unforgettable. He whispered to her, "You elevate ordinary moments to poetic levels. I have faith in you." The entire atmosphere in the room was quickly altered by the switch to Team Snoop. Snoop's squad offered fire, genre-bending, soul-crushing, and occasionally downright rebellious performances, while Niall's team brought sincere, soft-palated emotion. Snoop Dogg smiled, leaned into the microphone, and adjusted his spectacles. "All right, let's start. You are aware that I am not sugarcoating anything." The arena echoed with laughter. Beneath Snoop's composed exterior, however, was a mentor who had developed a close bond with his artists. Every choice he made affected him. He said, "Dude, I only got maybe 2 hours of sleep last night." Clarkson gave a knowing nod. "It's a part of the work." Raphael, known to fans as Mr. Velvet Thunder, gave one of the season's best vocal performances during the playoffs with his intense, Spanish-influenced R&B rendition of "When I Was Your Man." Overwhelmed, he fell to his knees as soon as his name was called. Like a pleased father, Snoop held out both arms. "This guy is a star," I said, simple and uncomplicated. Niall was clapping with sincere appreciation as well. 2. The touching selection that made Snoop stutter. Clarkson inquired about Snoop's backup plan. Snoop took a big breath, his face solemn. "This one is tough." Slowly, almost anxiously, he rubbed his hands together. Immediately, Sienna Blue, the person known for her neon braids, smoky tone, and commanding stage presence, broke down. One of the most surprising choices of the season was her playoff rendition of "I Will Always Love You," which she reinterpreted with swagger and emotional depth. Snoop approached her and drew her into an embrace. He whispered, "You sang that song your way. That is your unique quality." Each of the 3 competitors had a compelling case to make. Nobody could have predicted Snoop's decision. Snoop gazed affectionately at them. "This week, all 3 of you may be proud." "Really?" Tears ran down Marcus's cheeks. Marcus is noted for his soulful, church-rooted voice. His rendition of "Stand Up" during the playoffs almost destroyed the building's roof. Snoop gave him a back pat. "You make me think of the greats. People are moved by you. That's the reason you're going." The audience erupted in cheers for Lauren and Zadie, and Reba stood to commend their talent. As the show came to a close, the audience was buzzing with excitement. Clarkson thanked the coaches, who appeared proud yet emotionally spent. Officially, the live shows were locked. And if Night 2 demonstrated anything, it was that the competition is about to grow fierce. Niall's passionate singers, Snoop's trailblazers in the genre, and the unforeseeable enchantment that results from the live stage collision of 2 universes. Fans were already posting predictions, engaging in heated debates, and applauding their favorites' wins as the credits rolled. There was no doubt about it. This season of The Voice simply took a different turn. And formally, the journey to the conclusion had begun.